This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it. And it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, hello to all of you on the other side of this camera. How are you? Happy Friday. Normally I say, wow, it doesn't seem that long since been here. It's hard to believe it's Friday already. It feels like a year since I last live streamed. It has been a very long week. But be that as it may, let's go straight into seeing who is here. Hey, Andy T, welcome in. Great to have you. Carl Braun from Bangor Junction. Great to have you here. Tony from Choberton Junction. Welcome in. Hi, how are you? Hope you're well. From H&H Express. Hot Dog Pilot Andy is here. Ifo Fanzan, the go-to man for knowledge on anything train models and digital related. Jean Ricard, another go-to guy for a lot of the Märklin and train information. Great to have you. Hopefully you'll stay awake for a while today. John Benicki, who's threatened to leave if I wasn't here. He's leaving work at 3:30 and that's it. Sorry, I don't know what happened with YouTube. I thought I scheduled it for 3:30 and I came down at 3:05 to start setting things up and I noticed a crowd and I wondered why there was a crowd. Well, somebody said, hey, the notification said 3 o'clock. I was like, it's always 3:30. I don't know why it went 3 o'clock. I screwed up somewhere. Let's see. Joseph Agliato, the Sergeant at Arms for the Knights of the Rhomboid Table, is here. We have Kiwi Dave, the wonder from down under. Leslie Gilpin is here, who put up an amazingly interesting and fascinating video today. Hey, Lucy, how are you? Your school year's over. Hope you're getting ready to enjoy a good summer. It's weird. Today was the 1-year anniversary of my last day as a teacher. A year ago today, I turned in my keys and never looked back. We have Dino is here. Great to have you here. Tammy and Ray from Model Rail, Mom and Son Train Rail Fans. I'll get that right. I'm jumping ahead. Raymond Anthony, nice to have you. Robert, an honor as always, sir, from Robert's Train Set. Tim J.D., one of the original Knights of the Rhomboid Table. And Tim Wells from Tim's Hobby Desk has joined us. Nice to have you here. Major house renovations continue, and I was building these massive bookshelves, but normally building a bookshelf shouldn't take that long, but it had to be very delicately measured, and then it had to be assembled. It had to be cut properly. All the cuts had to be precise. Everything had to be precise. We measured the floor, we measured the wall multiple times, made sure our measurements, things got adjusted, and I'd have to make cuts. And then once I assembled it, I then unassembled it and stained it so that I could put it back together and take it upstairs, because there's no way we're taking a 9-foot 9-foot long, 4-foot high bookshelf into our house and up the bedroom stairs. It had to be assembled in position there. And then we also had to find other things. Wow, a bunch of people are dropping off already. I'm watching this list shrink. Nobody new came in. We just lost a bunch of people. So let me get to the chat. Now that I've greeted everybody I've seen, I'm looking. Nobody else new has come in. Hey, there's Ben from Eagle Creek Road. Eagle Creek. Let's get that R sound in there correctly. But anyhow, so we had to get that in position in place, and the floor is very unlevel, so we had to do a lot of work and shimming to get that bookcase level. But our floor actually has an over 2% grade. And again, you'd have to go to Facebook and see some of the pictures I've posted. Our floor is, it's a converted attic, and the guy who did it did not use proper stuff, and I really should have ripped out what he put in and put in properly shimmed and done OSB board. But that would have just been an expense and time we did not have. So we just tried to work with it. But any old house will have its wonky issues, but this one is wonky cubed. It's ridiculous how crazy it is up here because the guy who built it was a complete maniac. Let's see. Hey, Kieran's here. How are you, Kieran? Nice to have you. They have something about the DB101 and just the picture of the train I have up today. Yeah, it's a special one. I thought it was, but I saw somebody say, "Stay strong, Andy." So I wondered if something was up with Andy that we needed to mention. So I've spent the last 30 years I've lived in this house constantly fixing and repairing things that need, while dealing with an injured back, which I had another appointment with my doctor. Was it Tuesday? Jean, when did you call me? Because I was going into it was Wednesday because I wasn't watching Cayenne. That was the day I had free. So it was Wednesday. So that's been a big deal, just working that. And then I had to build a short one. And of course, I built these perfectly square, nice level. And what I would like to have been able to do is take them upstairs, assemble them together as a properly squared L-shaped bookcase, because it's going around a stairway that's coming up. We're basically building a pony wall. We replaced a security railing, an L-shaped security railing, and are replacing it with bookcases. And it's been insane, to say the least. It's probably the best construction job I've done on 2 bookcases, but the floors and the walls are just so out of whack that I had to build the one in to get precise measurements to put the other one in. And then things were wonky on that floor, and it just, no matter how we tried to shim it and move it, if you tried to shim it one way, things shifted. Plus, you also, because this is a security wall, you have to brace it into wall studs and the floor joist. You have to by law. And so getting it lined up where you can put the correct number and size coded screws in, it made it even harder to shim it and get it up where the corners would line up. So it was nuts, and I finally hit a point where this is the best I'm going to get it. I'm done. And we'll just learn to live with the little wonky bit. Where the 2 bookshelves meet, it was supposed to be nice and square, form a nice 90-degree angle, but instead it's sort of like one bookcase leans a bit forward and the other one leans a bit out, and that was the best we were going to do it. So it's not beautiful. Yeah, and that's the problem, Leslie. And it was either rip up the floor and shim it, but we had put the flooring in, and we knew our floor was goofy, but when we put the new flooring in a couple of weeks ago, it was, we didn't realize just how goofy and out of shape it was. Even putting the flooring in seemed to go relatively smooth. We had a lot of wonky corners because there's nothing true in this room. There's nothing level. And we had to do the flooring in a way that's against the way you're supposed to do flooring to account for a couple of issues. But as it is, the flooring came out really nice. If anybody's seen the pictures on Facebook, it looks really nice. Anyhow, that's the other thing. The final really big thing is that this is our last broadcast from the train room for the next 4 or 5 weeks. Joyce and I leave a week from today. We will be in Hamburg, Germany, hanging out with Jean Ricard. We had a little drama with that as well because Jean Ricard and Joyce and me, received an email from the hotel we had booked together that the hotel is closed and therefore we had to take accommodation somewhere else, sort of a last second, oh no! But as it is, they moved us to another hotel that's not too far away from the train station. Because our one was like a 3-minute walk from the train station, which Joyce and I like. We like to be really close to a subway point that goes straight to the train station when we're staying in a town. Because when you're carrying your luggage, it's just nice. Because we're usually too stubborn to hire a taxi. And out of the blue, somebody I haven't talked to in about 4 years emailed and said, hey, you're coming to Germany. When are we meeting? And I'm like, I wasn't planning on meeting. But we are going to the city. I think we're going to drag Jean with us down to the city of Delmenhorst. And I say, well, we're going to be at this restaurant at a certain time. If you want to come out and say hi, come on out. Hey, Andy81. Yes, we are a week from tomorrow. We will be in Miniature Wonderland. We're going to spend as much time as Jean Ricard can handle. We are going to spend many, many hours at Miniature Wonderland. The last time we went, Joyce and I realized we actually missed a couple of places, but we are going. So I do, before I get to the trains, want to share something. I'll just kind of talk about our trip and what we're doing, and you can tune out, not care or whatever, but I thought I would share it with you. But here we go. So on June 1st, we arrive in Frankfurt, and we're going to spend the night in Frankfurt, and then the very next morning, June 2nd, we leave May 31st. We arrive in Germany early on June 1st. We arrive at Frankfurt and we'll walk around Frankfurt, store our bags. The hotel will let us store our bags, but we can't officially check into our room until 2 o'clock in Frankfurt. And so we'll just walk around Frankfurt. And then the very next morning, we're getting on a 6-hour train ride, 5-hour train ride, whatever it is, and going from Frankfurt to Hamburg. And we're spending the equivalent of 3 days in Hamburg. Yeah, now, we're not big rail fans. Joyce and I, when we get to the Hamburg station, we like to look around and see what trains from around Europe and Germany are there. But we're not big the rail fanning type. I love watching rail fanning videos, but I don't have the gumption to go stand out somewhere and film different trains. And freight, even less so. Passenger trains will draw my attention. Freight, I'm just kind of blasé about, even though I know most rail fans seem to be more into freight than passenger. I'm a passenger train guy, which is why there's almost 90% of the time I run passenger trains on the layout here. And then we're going to spend our longest trip is a week in the city of Freiburg, which is down in the southwest corner. You can see on the map here, way down. So just follow the yellow line, yellow to red line down to the light blue. We spend a week down there, and we're going to do all sorts of things. We're going to go down to Basel. We're going to go over to the Rhine Falls. And we are still trying to talk ourselves into either going to Colmar, Strasbourg, or Mulhouse in France, just to say, look, we were in France. Especially these old German cities that are now in France. And, we can argue history over, but, these cities were part of the Holy Roman Empire before there was a France. And they've gone back and forth, but ethnically, the people that live there are traditionally German, and you have large German-speaking populations in that area. but it would be cool to go see Strasbourg or Colmar especially. Then we're going to go up to Stuttgart, but we're not really staying in Stuttgart. We're staying outside of Stuttgart, and we're there to go to the Märklin the Märklin headquarters. They do have a production facility there, and they've got this big museum and this gigantic display called the Märklinaeum. So in Hamburg, we're going to Miniature Wonderland. We're going to go to Märklin, the big 800-pound gorilla in the room of model trains in the world. So we're going to be at the Märklinaeum on one of those days we're there. And then from Stuttgart, we're going to go down to Salzburg. So that's the brown line. We're going to go down to Salzburg. And we're going to spend a few days in Salzburg. And while we're in Salzburg, we're going to go up the road about 40 minutes away. And we're going to Hans-Peter Porsche's Traumwerk, which is a toy museum. But he also has this amazing Alpine train display. Fancy, all modern, high-tech stuff. So we're going to hit 3 of the biggest model train sites in Germany. We're going to hit Miniature Wonderland, the biggest in the world. And then we're going to hit the Märklinaeum down in Stuttgart, or just outside of Stuttgart, the town of Göppingen. And then we're going to Hans-Peter Porsche's Traumwerk. And yeah, Porsche as in the car company. Do Mulhouse and its train museum. All right, well, we will make a note of that. Thank you for that. Hey, Chris Hattrell, how are you? I think I said hi to Andy81E. Most of our trips, at least scheduled right now, almost all of our long distance trips are the ICE4, except our trip from Freiburg to Salzburg is on a Austrian EuroCity. Is an Austrian EuroCity. So EuroCities are multi-country, but this one, according to my go-to source, which is wagenweb.com, really cool site. It's a Czech site, but they give great information on the trains, pictures of the cars. They're consistent, and then people can join and update, like, hey, this train, we were just on this train last week, and it had these cars instead, and they update all the high-speed trains. And then from from Salzburg to Vienna, we're on the Railjet, and we paid first class. We are going to ride first class on the Railjet from Salzburg to Vienna, and then from Vienna to, is it Regensburg or Nuremberg? On our way to Bamberg, we're on a first class Railjet. Then we have to get off and change trains, and that's an ICE4. So all our big trips are supposed to be ICE4s according to the trains we're booked on, and but that can change. In fact, I know our Freiburg trip has already been changed, so that might not be an ICE4 anymore because they canceled our train. They changed the time, so our layover no longer fits. And they told me, just when we get to Germany, come in and rebook it. Don't book it online. Just go into a DeutscheBahn and then pick a new time to leave with a new train. So it might not be an ICE4. Yeah, Stuttgart is really Göppingen. We are staying in a little town called Ebersbach. We are staying in a little village called Ebersbach, which is like halfway between Stuttgart and Göppingen. It's like half an hour by train between Stuttgart and Göppingen. And so we're staying about 15 minutes from Göppingen in a little town called Ebersbach an der Fils, which means Ebersbach on the Fils River, F-I-L-S. Actually, the place we're staying is really nice. It's only a couple of nights, but it's a really nice place, and it was a very good price. It's an addition to these people's house. They built on it for their adult child, who then got married and moved out. So it's this private little studio. So it's attached to their house, but it's a separate building. And so Joyce and I do a lot of Airbnb. Hey, Sean, how are you? So that is our trip, and we are staying, except for our trip up to Hamburg, we are staying in southern part of Germany. We're hitting the southwest corner in Black Forest because that's an area of Germany we've never been to before. We really wanted to hit this area. We were supposed to hit it in our original 2020 trip that got canceled, and a lot of this was 2020, but we're staying mainly in the south. And then our next trip to Germany, whenever that will be, we're going to actually be up in the Dortmund, Essen, Aachen area, because we really want to stay in that 3-4 corners area where the countries of Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany all kind of are within 50 miles of each other, and we really want to hit that area. There's definitely some history and places I want to see in that area. And then someday we'll get up into Stettin, or Szczecin as it's now called in Poland. But I really want to get up into that Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, northeast Germany, and see that area. The farthest north, well, the farthest I've been in that area would be, good question. I mean, Hamburg is closest. I've been to Lüneburg, and but Lüneburg is still Lower Saxony. Most of you probably don't know your German states. So I have been to a couple of places that consider themselves Cuckoo's Clock. But yes, Black Forest Cuckoo Clocks and Triberg, we are definitely... Triberg is on our list of places to visit. Joyce loves cuckoo clocks. It's just that the really high quality ones are really expensive. All right, so anyhow, we can babble more about that. Let's look at what's running today and get some trains running. I've already wasted enough of your time for those of you here. There. Whoops, wrong camera. There it is. All right, we are running, if you didn't read the description notes to this video, we are running the Austrian Railjet, and then I am running a Czech EC with a DeutscheBahn 101 pull in it, because the last time I ran it, I had the Czech 371 pull in it, so I'm taking turns. I'm running the Nuremberg Express, and I thought, gee, it makes sense that with the Nuremberg Express to go ahead and run my Nuremberg Class 101, the DeutscheBahn Museum celebration, Design and Bahn display that was actually going on when Joyce and I were in Nuremberg and went to the DeutscheBahn Museum. So it was kind of cool, and they made a locomotive advertising that. Then we got the Metronom, which was on last week, the double-decker Metronomes, the double-decker IC2, which also ran last week. And then way in the back you can see is our little buddy, the Class 442. So let's get these guys in motion. Test runs were okay. We double checked everything. Whoops. Forgot to change his direction. Just for Jean Ricard, I'm trying to run the Steuerwagen first. I don't know if EFO is as persnickety as Jean Ricard is, but... And then I will pay more attention to the chat and see how everybody's doing. Yeah, I'm going to run you much slower than you normally run. All right, so I'm going to start on the multi-view while I catch up with chat. All right, so John Benicki already made it home from work. Sean is here. Hey, Andy from March West Junction is here. Nice to have you, my friend. Great to see you. I think he's the only one I may have missed. Railjet, yes, the Railjet is awesome. Uh-oh, hang on. We have a locomotive left his uncoupled from his cars there. Where'd you go? There you are. Dude, what's up? That was weird. Any particular reason for this? Huh. at least I noticed it right away. I looked on the camera and go, why isn't that train moving? And lo and behold. Okay. Oh, now you've, come on. I thought I had you on. Apparently I didn't. Oh, well, not a big deal. Okay. Well, hopefully that's the only gremlins today. But I'm going to try to keep an eye on that. You guys can help. Yeah, he would have come around and hit the cars the other way. So, yeah, I'm just went to the multi-screen at the right time and caught right away. Train's not moving. Like, why is that train stopped at the station? So anyhow, that's true, Jean Ricard. You do make a winner of a point there. If you run it first. The problem is if they're still not joined at the coupler, it will actually push that coupler sideways and cause a derailment when they're pushing, especially at speed. But you have a very valid point there, sir. I concede that point to you. It doesn't mean I'm going to change, but it is a very valid point. Technically, all these trains are push-pull, but I tend to run locomotive first because that's what I see more often, but I do see Steuerwagen first. I guess the directions I'm going, it's usually the locomotive. Like when Joyce and I rode the IC2s, we were going west to east, and the locomotive pulled. And I assume going back, the Steuerwagen drove first. But like with the EC, there is no Steuerwagen, so it's always locomotive first. Hey, and I see Dwight Curley is here, and I think I showed it last week, but I got Dwight Curley's very nice decal here, logo sticker. I've sent a few out to people. I just got Tammy and Ray's. I did not go to the post office yesterday. I had Cayenne all day since I got your email with your address, so I couldn't go to and it was Joyce's birthday, so I didn't make it to the post office yesterday. Today, I just wound up having car issues where I had to, we had a flat tire on a car and I had to deal with that. And then I took the other car and got it an oil change and some other things done with it. So I did have some time where I was also just sitting and catching up with all the YouTube videos I've been missing. Ian Frazier is here. Hi there, Ian. Oh, yes, thank you. See, I always forget the floor ones. I'm always got UK trades. I just hope the Mallard behaves itself. And the answer is no, it's going to keep being a pain in the patootie. Why are you doing this? Oh, this Mallard has been a pain in the butt. Okay, I think he's working. Okay. No, if he were acting like a hooligan with the UK Stadium band, he'd be all over the place causing havoc. Instead, he's not moving. He's acting like a corpse with 10,000 volts going through him and just not going to move no matter what. Yep, he stopped again. So, sadly, guys, it looks like I'm just running, let's do, where's the floor view? There it is. Yeah, the Mallard is, I love the Mallard as a train, but I regret buying this model. It is touchy, it's finicky. It does like the Trix track a lot better than this Bachmann track, but it's got some very finicky parts to it. Come on, you. Go, 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 go. Must be a Rolling Stones fan and not want to pull all those Beatle wagons. All right, Robert, take care. Have a good night. We'll see you. Yeah, I will be on my usual time next week, but I won't be here running trains. I will be live from Hamburg, Germany. And he stops again. There's something with one of his contacts in the back. I wiggle it and it'll go, and then all of a sudden it seems to just not handle it well. All right, well, let's turn this camera on while I go over here and mess with it a little bit more. Should have left the other Beatles train on. What is your major malfunction, soldier? Well, if it stops again, I'm just not going to deal with it anymore. I'm just going to be done with it. Yep, he's done. We leave Wednesday afternoon. Joyce and I fly out Wednesday at 6 o'clock from Detroit, which is, you know, the airport's less than an hour north of us. Our daughter will drop us off. She takes half a day off of work, drops us off, and then she'll pick us up when we return. Well, welcome, Hobby Barn. Welcome to my little live stream. Nice to have you here. Let's get united. I now declare you united with the rhomboid table. Aha! He did it again. Dude! What in the hell? Oh my goodness. I am just not going to survive today. Why are you uncoupling? And sadly, I wasn't reading the chat to see if anybody noticed that. Stop uncoupling. I just wonder if that close coupling is too close and they're, I mean, that's a radius 5 curve. It should not be causing an issue. Or actually, it's a radius 4 on that inside third one. Whoops. Hey, George is here. And Randall. Nice to have you guys here. Sorry about that, guys. But my Nuremberg Express with the Nuremberg Loco keeps uncoupling, and this time I didn't catch it, and it came around and bumped it in the rear end. I heard a low click, and I was like, what was that? Ah, there he is. I wish those were... Well, it's only a couple of them, the Mallard and this Nuremberg Express setup. What I need to do is change out the Märklin close couplers with their regular telex couplers. Just between the locomotive and the wagon, because I think that's what's going on, is it's going through that section up there, and just something's causing it to uncouple up there, and it just might be so. I mean, it's a radius 4 curve, so it should not be an issue. I don't know what radius 4 translates to in. I mean, well, I can look at the Märklin algorithms and do the math real quick. Yeah, radius 4 curve is a 579 centimeters, so that's about 24 inches. So let's get back to the trains. Tim, it was not easier. No, it wasn't easier. Last year, we had a situation develop where Joyce and I had to book everything last second for our trip to the UK. We had some things that we thought were set up, and it fell through at the last minute, and we had to we had to suddenly, literally like 5 days before we left, find new lodgings everywhere. Just a misunderstanding happened, and payments, we couldn't make payments because the way they wanted us to make payments, our system would not allow us to make payments that way. They didn't do credit card. They wanted PayPal, and PayPal would not let us send payments to overseas. You know, it was a bit of errors, and it got left to the last minute before, okay, I need you guys to pay me by Friday, and okay, we'll pay you, and then oops, it's not working. The moon's out of orbit. Hey, Peter Webster, nice to have you. Now, the one thing I will say that is slightly easier, but it's only because of familiarity, is booking trains in Germany, for me, is easier. Mostly because I'm just so used to the train system. But also, you can do everything through DeutscheBahn except... Did he do it again? Yes, he did. And there it is. Urgh. Sorry, guys. There will be a slight interruption here. Oh, my God. Really, dudes? And why are you trying to go up there? That's not even open. I missed it again. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. I got talking, and let me see. Did he come? Yes, he did. I don't know if there's any way to reach him. Nope, and he's not going to. All right, don't mind me. I'm going to do this right now. Oops. Sorry. I'll let everybody else run, but I'm going to change this guy. Oh. Huh. I'm going to change this coupler up. But having to deal with so many different UK train companies was weird, because in Germany I could do everything through DeutscheBahn even if the train is not a DeutscheBahn train. So that was it was a little weird to have that situation. Although a couple of times we did book a train with GWR, and they put us on to Transport for Wales, so there does seem to be some sort of crossover, but it's harder to navigate and figure it out than DeutscheBahn is. Now, I don't remember the first time I booked on my trains through DeutscheBahn. The first couple of trips we did to Germany, a friend did it for us, and then I was like, hey, let me learn how to do this. Hey, Raymond Legs is here. Let's see if I can find... I want to change this coupler out if I can find the right ones. Where are they? No, not you guys. Is it you guys? Yes, I want one of you guys. But trying to figure out why this guy just keeps uncoupling. There's something going on here that I'm not happy with. Oh, that might explain it. Huh. Well, that would definitely explain it. It's missing a spring. Well, go figure. I'm going to stop this for a second again. I think I may have sorted out that problem. It is missing a spring. Except the coupler that it's having issues with is not the one with the missing spring. So that's kind of weird. Hey, Gus, welcome in. How are you, sir? Alright, so I'm going to take that coupler out, put this one in, and I got to stop everything again so I don't create a short. Okay, now I'm going to run around and grab the cars. I just threw my tweezers away. And I'll let you guys watch everything else while I go. Whoops. Nobody's there, but you can catch that. All right, let's see if I can reach those cars. Always something, always something. All right, let's try this one more time and see if this one works. You know what? I probably should just take that one out. That might be part of the problem. We'll see. Trying to figure out why it keeps uncoupling. Because it's handling everything else. It's something up by the... Well, no, there was a couple of places where it uncoupled. Germany does that. I don't know if they just did, but Germany has a lot of cross-country sales for, like, travel across Germany on the high-speed trains for 29 euros today. Special sales. Unfortunately, they never seem to do it when Joyce and I are there, or we've already bought our tickets, because part of me is sort of like, we should get money back when they do that. Super glue. Well, if I didn't care to ever separate the trains again, I could do that. But like Joyce and I, when we travel Germany, we buy the Bahn discount ticket. The Bahn 25. Because we get the cost. It cost us about $100 for the two of us. It's $50 each to buy that discount card. But we save 30, 40, $50 on every major train ride we're taking, that 25% discount. You book early and you get an additional 25% off that. I mean, I maybe the UK does the same thing. I just know that in Germany, when they open up long distance train travel tickets 6 months in advance online. You can call a year in advance and call them direct and they'll do it. But to go online or to call them 6 months in advance of your train ride, they have a series of tickets at different prices. Like there are so many that are 70% off. There are so many that are 60% off. So many that are 50% off. They call them Sparpreise, savings prices. And once those are sold, that's it. You know, and we always tried to book early for my students, and we usually got our group tickets at the 60%, sometimes 50% off. Every now and then we actually manage to get a hold of the 70% tickets. But, yeah, but the Bahn Card 25 gives you an additional discount even on those. So it's, you know, I think it paid for itself with 3 bookings we made, and we made like 7. So for us, it's definitely worth it. It's not worth it to buy the Bahn 50%. Even though you get 50% off, the cost of the card over the time period we're in Germany is not offset by the savings of the ticket prices. And you know, one of the things Joyce and I read when we went to the UK last year was that the UK is the second most expensive country per rail mile. The cost per rail mile traveled is the second highest in Europe, and I don't know who the highest was. Probably Switzerland, because Switzerland's the highest in everything. Hey, Simo, great to have you. And I see Mick is here. Hey, Mick. Cheers, mate. But, so we buy the traveler's discount card. Joyce and I really know how to work the German rail system, but it's not expensive. The UK was by far more expensive per mile traveled. We enjoyed riding by train in the UK. Now, you know, I don't want to be too negative on the UK rail system because it's multiple There's not a UK rail system. It's different companies working in the UK. But like Germany, you can buy a Länderkarten, a state ticket. And that works on all regional trains, but also all city buses, subways, everything in that entire state. And it's good for the day. It goes into effect at like 9 in the morning, and it's good through 3 a.m. the next day. They just don't cover the rush hour to work times. But it's definitely a great value, because Joyce and I just buy one ticket and we're good with trains, buses, trams, subway, anywhere you go. So it's definitely worth it. The only time we don't buy the state ticket is when we would take our students to Berlin, because we stayed in Potsdam, and the subway system, Berlin sold what they called the Berlin ticket, which covered out to Potsdam, and it was actually cheaper than a state ticket. I think we spent like $4, $5 per student per day. And that covered all the trams, buses, trains, subways between Potsdam and Berlin. And we didn't go anywhere else, so it was definitely worth it. And I haven't come across that same system where you can buy a train ticket, but it also covers buses and everything else. Now, with the high-speed trains, you don't get that. The high-speed trains do give you, in Germany, a certain... like if you take a high-speed train to Hamburg, your ticket is good for the subway system up to so many hours after you arrive. It's good for the bus, so you can show them your high-speed ticket, and if it was that day and within, I don't even know what the time period is, 3 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is, you can ride the city buses for free. You just show them your high-speed DeutscheBahn ticket and that you arrived that day in the city. So it covers your journey to get to your hotel or whatever, to get where you're staying. Hey, I see Stefan is here. There he is. Hey, Stefan, how are you? Been a little while. Hope you're well. Hope everything in Norway is good. Skull! Tom Couples, there you are, Tom. Hope you're well, too. Joe Rader stopping by to say hello. Thank you for that. All right, Tim, good night. But, yeah, we had, I do find the German system better, but that's the difference of 16, 17 trips to Germany and 1 trip to the UK. But even so, there were some clear nuances that really did not work for us as well in the UK as they do in Germany. There just weren't those regional tickets and those tickets that cover bus, because it's all independent private companies. So, you can go to York, but your train's 1 ticket, the bus is another ticket. There are no subways in York. Now, London, you have the Oyster card. But I don't know if the Oyster card works on the buses. I think it's just for the subway. Where in Germany, 1 ticket covers buses, subway, trams, local trains, and the regional trains within the state. Not just the city, but the entire state. You buy the Bavarian ticket, and you can go anywhere in Bavaria and ride all the buses, subways, trams for 1 day with that ticket. Hey, Raymond Anthony needs to take off. All right, Raymond Anthony, thanks for stopping in and spending part of your Friday evening with us. Take care. Yeah, that was the other thing. Last week I had some issues with a couple of cameras we're fighting. I sorted those issues out. The Oyster does cover the bus as well as the tube. Okay. In London, yeah. I don't think Joyce and I, the only bus Joyce and I rode in London, so we didn't have a time, we didn't check it out, was one of those hop-on, hop-off tour buses. Which actually, as long as you buy the ticket for that day, it's pretty cool. You know, you can get around the city real quick. You know, we do the full loop tour, but then if we want to get to another part of the city later, we'll just hop back on a bus again. Ooh, yikes. Raymond Legs does not have COVID. Well, good. It's bronchitis. Well, we definitely all lose the mojo. I don't really ever lose the mojo except with the Fowler car system where it depressed me so bad I took 2 years off of it. But I've talked myself into doing it. I'm just now going to... Every time I talk myself into going back to the Fowler car, something comes up and I have to work on that. And then I just don't feel like I have the time or the mental strength to deal with the Fowler car system. So now it's going to have to wait till I get back from Germany because Joyce and I got caught up in this home renovation project, completely renovating our bedroom. And I am now done with all I'm going to do until we get back from Germany. Now, technically, when I get back from Germany, I should have the same amount of free time I have now, but it will still seem like I have more free time. Hey, Luma, how are you? Yeah, actually, I bought some bits to the Wiesmann car system, and they just do it the opposite. The road is magnetic, and the car is just a piece of metal. But I'm going to try to combine the two. I'm going to see if I can make them both work. Yes? What was that? That sounded like my, beep, beep, beep. No, so it wasn't you. That little beep, beep, beep sounded like my GoPro turning off, but it wasn't on. Yeah, I'm gonna, tomorrow I am going to, or tonight I'm gonna try one more trick with it. If it doesn't work, then it's going back with me to Germany so I can mail it back. But we do have a couple of new people here, so I guess I couldn't show it last week, so I'll show it this one. Here is how my train table sets up. I've got to make sure I put that side, which is actually this way in reality, is called the Delmenhorst side, which is based on the German city of Delmenhorst, where for 13 years I ran an 14 years I ran an exchange program, and still have friends either in Bremen. It's a suburb of Bremen. Technically, it's connected to Oldenburg. It's part of the Oldenburg County, and Oldenburg is the seat of that Oldenburg Kreis, Landkreis. But it's really more of a suburb of Bremen than connected to Oldenburg. Since I changed that coupling, knock on wood, it has it. But yeah, we have a 8 by 12.5 table right in front of me on the other side of the screen. I have a 2.5 foot deep by 6 foot wide section. And then that side, it's so weird to be pointing the wrong way, but it's how this camera works. But as you're looking at the pictures, on that side, your right-hand side, my right-hand side. That's because my orientation is different. I'd have to turn around, and then it would work. You know, if I did it this way, on this side, now I'm pointing the right way. Anyhow, that's a 8 by 11.5 foot. So 8 by 12.5, 8 by 11.5 connected by 2.5 by 6. No, I have not really added any scenery. I added some 3D printed buildings that still need painted. But not since you were last here. I just have more cameras to show it. This is the newest camera angle that I've added to the layout. And several people have said they really like this one because you actually can see the tape on the road sticking up is what you can see. But that's just kiddie play tape, and it's not even the right scale. I think that's a Hot Wheels scale. So yeah, that is my roughly my view of Delmenhorst, although half these buildings are not accurate to Delmenhorst, although they do have many Dutch influenced style buildings. There are a couple of buildings in Delmenhorst that have a Dutch influence. Although Delmenhorst actually has more of a connection with Denmark. In 1547, the Danes attacked during the Smalcadian Wars, and they captured the castle in Delmenhorst, and then in 1549, Bremen and Oldenburg troops stormed and took the castle back. All right, Leslie, you have a good day. Well, the cool thing about these buses is that they are actual City of Delmenhorst buses. I'll try to put this one up on the camera here real fast. But I don't know how well my shaky hands will let you see it. Come on, you can do it. There, it's coming in. But it says DEL bus, Del Bus, which is what Delmenhorst calls its bus system, the Del Bus. And it even has, again, you can't really see it. There you go, 203 Dwolberg. And I can't tell you how many times in my life Joyce and I, or my students and I and Joyce, rode the 203 bus. It was a very main route bus. Here's a little better one. But yeah, see, Delmenhorst. So these are actual models of Delmenhorst bus. The company Ritza made buses for every city. Any city that had a bus system, they made a model of it. And whether it was the Solaris bus or the Man Lion bus, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, they made all kinds of buses. Oh, don't go there. Don't be hating on European beer, or in this case, European water. I like my German and Czech beers, and my Belgian beers. And there are a couple of good UK beers, but yeah, that's exactly what it is, Jean Ricard. It's Ritza. And what I'm trying to do is figure out a way, because they do make the shells, and they recently made new shells. And this is the Fowler car bus. This is the Fowler car bus, but they make replacement shells that you can put on this. And that's what I've tried to do. The problem is, and this is made by Ritza as well. And yeah, the main shell is made by Ritza Vorfahler. And it's a, yeah, he's acting up. Okay. It's got issues, so I just gave up on it. Gotcha. It will run on the outer loop, but it won't run on the inner loop. The problem is only the Beatles train likes, the Beatles singles train likes the inner loop. All right, let's get your camera here. Whoops. Okay, you're on the live now. We were talking about our impending trip that will be in Hamburg in come on, almost got it. Come on, won't be so, my goodness, it's been difficult.
Hi, Eagle Creek. Right, more closer. Hi, John. Hi, Tom. Hi, Northwest. Hi, Andy. Hi, Randall. Hi, Kieran.
Hang on.
Hi, Carl. I hope you all heard that. So hi to all the people in front if you didn't hear me. Hi, Joe.
Well, it's convenient you're going to call it a night, hi, because where you are, it is night.
Good night, hi.
Hi, bye, hi.
Hi, bye, hi. Hi, Mick. Hey, Happy Bird.
Now, don't want to unplug that right now.
You got an internship at Landenberg. So that's terrific, Joel.
Oh, very
Hi,
cool.
Raymond.
Very cool.
Come on, mouse.
Yeah, people have been wishing you happy birthday.
Yeah, I thank you. Say, hey, George.
Who'd you call George?
I don't know. I thought it
George was here, but...
Not George.
Well, the car take garage, that's Stefan from Norway.
That's Stefan, okay.
And then
So,
Peter
hey,
Webster.
Stefan. So I mix you guys up. What the heck? So, thank you, Carl.
Yeah, your waiter last night at the restaurant was being that... I always hate it when they do that. You know, that very ingratiating. Oh, 29 are we?
Yeah, thank you, Karen.
You're proud of your age.
Yeah.
You don't look your age. So that's a double whammy of good.
Did you hear back from the car?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
You got a pen on your nose or something.
I got what on my nose?
Pen.
Pen?
It looks like. To the right of your...
Is it oil?
Yeah, it's probably oil. Now I'm just smearing it. So now you have a smear down the side of your nose.
Great. I'll do the old-fashioned parent method. I'll lick my finger
Yep,
and...
that's the way to do it.
You are 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, it's 4:37.
Western Europe is 6 hours ahead of us.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Luma. Yeah, sometimes.
Alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Thank you, Mick. You'll drink to that, yeah.
Yeah, we were having this guy kept uncoupling. I finally took him off and took out the I took out the
front car?
I changed out the coupler.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It just kept uncoupling, and I caught it the first 2 times it did it, and then the next 2 times I didn't catch it uncoupling, and you hear a clunk, and it's, oh, he ran into the back of his train.
It's just the lack of hair, Jean. He doesn't look bad for his age either.
Yeah, I don't know.
My father didn't have hair, and I always thought he looked so old, but...
Yeah, but we've grown old together, so we...
Yeah,
but yeah, you... I mean, I don't know. I don't know what age I look.
Yeah, no, I think you look like you.
I know what age I am, so...
Yeah.
But the thing is, I know what age you are, but you don't look it.
Right.
You don't look as... old compared to your age as I do to mine. I mean, you know, when you come down here, you know, when you get off work, you're tired, you might be grumpy, and so you look a little more ragged. But like when you've had rest,
Yeah, it looks better. I look better in the summer.
I mean, you remember that stand-up comedian just a few years ago asked me how long we've been married, and we were like 30 years. And he was, what'd you do? Rob the cradle? Was she 12?
Married when she was 12? Nope. Oh, Randall. Go hard on yourself, bud.
Well, that's the old Benny Hill joke. She's got the body of a 25-year-old. Well, she better give it back. She's getting it all wrinkled.
Yeah, you're 3 kids older. Yeah, none of ours are, but...
Well, our oldest is 34 or 33 still.
4. No, I don't know.
Born in 88, so
Randy, how old are you?
4, going on 35.
34, okay.
Speaking of which, he must be napping because he has going. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hi, Chris.
So let's get some of these. But yeah, that new card I added, taking out the old one and putting in the new one. All the cameras are now working
Good,
happily.
I'm glad.
Everything's being read. So
Nice.
you know, we got the Dumb and Horse view there
That
with the
looks
buses. We were
good.
just doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new camera that. You know, because that's the one I replaced with one of the new 4K cameras I bought.
Gotcha.
And I just moved that one there and created the split. And then the other 4K camera I bought, I put the old Mexico camera here.
Okay.
And then last week, that one down there wasn't working. Which one is it?
Thank you, Dave.
There's that one.
And hi.
Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah, this one's suddenly working now.
Okay, well, good.
So,
And they look good, so.
so yeah.
Yeah, you found the
This
source
view
of your
needs
phone.
this view needs some scenery stuff added, but you know I'm gonna tear all of that out, and I need to put the big canopy thing on that Brayman has, that big aluminum canopy. But I got to get all the right things for it. Now there's a company that makes one for the city of
Hey,
Leipzig.
little history.
They make a big Leipzig-shaped one that
Okay.
would work for Brayman, but the entire kit costs like $400 or $500 to buy
Ouch.
all the sections. Yeah,
Yeah, you need to figure out how to 3D print it.
indeed. It'd be cool if somebody could design it, or I don't know. In some ways, hey, little history is here.
Hey, Andy.
Roco discontinued the Railjet.
They did. What the heck?
They've got 4 new ones coming out. They've got a new night jet coming out, a new Railjet coming out, and then 2 other forms of the Railjet.
Hey, y'all. How about we hit the like button and get Anthony up to 40?
You went from Daisy to whoever that one was.
Yeah.
It was almost Annie won.
Anyway, so Daisy says she'd really like you to get it up to 40.
Hey, Andrew 156 here is here. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting that they would say that.
Huh. Yeah.
I mean, there are other companies that still make it. Jägendorfer Collection. Now, maybe Jägendorfer Collection, I could see them stop making it, but there's no way Roco has discontinued it.
Holy moly,
Until I
Nick.
see 20 guys or 100 guys on my MärklinUsers.net, all my European train club guys, until a bunch of them mention it, I'm not believing it. There's no way Roco's going to cancel the Railjet. Like I said, they just announced 4 variations of it for this year alone.
Yeah. Weird.
He may have discontinued it at his store.
Yeah, he maybe isn't selling it there.
Because he can't get it for a price. Because the newest one, see, this is the problem. The newest Railjet and the Nightjet they're releasing, 1,200 euros. Yeah, that's 1,300 bucks. So the price skyrocketed. He may have decided he can't afford to bring it in. But
Holy moly.
what's that?
Yeah,
Hey, Clive is here.
262 caught fire. Ouch.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
right after I left. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
not so
sorry to
good.
hear that. That's a shame. That was going pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, Light Road. Langdon Road.
Langton, and that's Mark.
Langton.
Because there's Owl at Layton Road.
Oh my God. So hi, Mark.
And this
Another
is Mark.
A different
Yeah,
Mark.
if you're never sure of a name, go with Mark, Andy,
Andy
or
or
John.
John.
You've got
Oh,
a
I don't know about the
50% chance
Johns.
of being right.
Yeah, real kidding.
Actually, and if you're pretty sure it's not one of those three, go with Steve, because there's a few Steves out there now. Fortunately, there's a couple of Tonys and a couple of Anthonys, but there's Anthony, Model Train Outsider, and then there's Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt.
Right,
Or Anthony, as they call me in the UK.
right. Of course.
And they always ask, the people in the UK always ask me, how do you pronounce your name? I say, you pronounce it however you want. Anthony is fine. I mean, it's Anthony with the TH sound, but, you know, when I go to Germany, I'm Anthony. I haven't seen Jean Ricard taking it, but he must have fallen asleep. The crazy Damon.
No, it's late. I'm not staying up that late tonight.
And span up or duct fan, so sweet. The lesson learned about getting your minuses and pluses corrected. Yeah.
Oops.
Yep. Yeah, my father was an electrician. I was forced to learn at a real early age to make sure my positives and negatives were connected correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then I still, when I'm messing with batteries and wires, I might get it wrong. Somebody said bad place, Clive.
Hi, Stanover.
Piko makes a Railjet, but I don't like their Railjet. It's low budget. It's you know, the cars don't light up. And like I said, Jägendorfer Collection releases Railjets every couple of years, and you can always find those for sale somewhere. But no, I'll check on Märklin Users Forum and all my Euro Train hobby sites that I frequent, which is a couple of dozen of them. And if I see some other guys mention it, then I might start to believe it. But I think Eurorail Hobbies pulled your leg.
Night, Lindsay's.
Hey, Lindsay,
Yep.
take care. Oh, I didn't even know he was
We
here.
didn't night 'em,
We
yeah.
didn't get a chance to night him. Maybe I can do it real quick. I missed that he was here. Quick,
Yeah.
add as moderator. I now declare you a knight of the Rhomboid table. There, Lindsay, if you wanted to pop your name and your channel, a link to your channel, we can maybe get you a few more subscribers here. I've gone into his live streams a couple of times recently.
3
A lot
days.
of model builders here.
Gotcha. Until train versus bus. Up to
Hey,
Dundee.
Mark from Stanover. Speaking of Mark, there's another one, Stanover.
Okay.
Or you can call him Captain Static. He's one of the third generation Avengers.
Gotcha.
Captain Static.
Captain Static. I saw people call him Captain Static. Didn't know what it was.
He's not the greatest superhero, but you put him near shag carpeting, he'll mess you up bad. And he's fun with balloons, too. No, Alan Reynolds gave him that nickname
Gotcha.
because he comes over and does a lot of
the static
Alan's
grass, I
static
think.
grass stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the bus or the train, Andrew?
Train versus bus up to Dundee. You can't take them at the same time, Andrew.
I would say I'd put my money on the train myself, but bus might go more directly.
Yeah, I don't know which one would be faster. The train usually, you would think by a mile, but if the train makes a lot of little stops,
yeah. They're stuck on the track.
Or if it hits a cow.
Yeah.
Go to a bus, no problem. It hit a cow.
He doesn't move.
No, that's what I'm excited about. Our train to Vienna from Salzburg, and then from Vienna, Salzburg to Vienna, and then Vienna to Bamberg is first class Railjet. Very excited about that. That's going to be fun.
Sure is. We're very much looking forward to it.
What's that?
So you jumped up your viewers again. So cool beans.
Well, we're at 34:35, so
Come
we're
on, gentlemen, just one more.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just reading your thing, bus versus train to Dundee. It's a fast train to Dundee.
Well, not knowing the area at all, it would be hard for us to tell.
I mean, there are cases where even with the high-speed trains, because they have to make stops, you can drive to places faster in Germany than take the high-speed train.
Well,
Not many, but there are some where...
Sometimes you can take a more direct route.
Yeah, you get on the Autobahn.
Having to follow the train lines, the track lines.
You get on that Autobahn with no speed limit. But, you know, we've been on trains going 250, 260 kilometers an hour.
All right, night, Dave.
All right, Kiwi Dave, take care.
Take care of yourself.
Well, it's not night for him. It's just starting the day where he's
I
at.
know it's starting. Well, he may have something to go do.
Yeah, right. Well, you were just saying good night.
Yeah, all right. I'm tired. I'm saying good night to everybody.
Because you're going night,
I'm
yeah.
going good night. But easily fall asleep here.
Well, how much of your room did you get moved?
Well, I'll tell you, I got everything over into the new room.
Okay, you got it all
I
over?
started to put stuff.
Including the stuff you said you weren't sure you'd get to today?
Yeah. I
Okay.
actually spread all my fish rocks out, hoping they'll dry and be a
Right,
little less
because
sticky.
you were telling me about the fish rocks.
Yeah.
But you said there were a couple of big things in cabinets that had to go over
I got everything. I got it.
everything except your rocks.
Except label.
Oh, no, your rocks
I
are in
wanna
the new
put
room?
Yeah, the rocks are in the new room. Everything's out of the old room.
Okay.
But I was hanging some stuff up. I was just taking the reusable tape and putting it up. And then I gave up because the walls are in such bad shape. They are roached badly.
Okay.
So I sent an email to Dolores,
Oh, God.
but then I saw her and she says, well, I'm going to go up and look in her little militant way. So she's just going to see how bad it looks. It looks terrible. I want it repainted.
Yeah.
It's awful. The white part is and the
But
orange
if
part.
it's repainted, she either has to put in a work order, which is
Right,
work
she'll
she has to
do.
do. For
Oh,
somebody
she'll
who's
do
got the
that.
reputation as a hard
I
worker,
know, she
your
will.
interactions with her always sound a little...
But she's good at sending work orders, and I sent her an email so she won't forget it.
Right.
Yeah, I know it's morning there, Dave. Like I explained to Anthony, I'm just good nighting everybody. I'm tired.
But the Autobahn, the thing is, like my students, you get excited because, oh, there's no speed limit on large sections of the Autobahn. It's awesome. The problem is it's 5 lanes, one direction of everybody doing it. You're in a freaking
Right.
Formula One race.
Yeah.
You know, there's somebody on your bumper at 140 miles an hour. That's not comfortable.
Somebody in the right lane's doing 70. Oh, thanks, little history.
It's
I say thanks for
It's
you.
not epic. There are so many people in this room who have better layouts than mine. I just have size.
Anthony sort of cobbled is really, I guess, the way to put it. But
I did nothing fancy with my runs because I just want my trains to run in big circles. So there's no tunnels. There's no going up hills because I'm modeling a part of northern Germany that's flat. So flat it makes olive oil look like Dolly Parton.
night, Peter.
All right, Pete, take care. Thanks for stopping in, Peter, sir. But And maybe that's why I'm so attached to that part of Germany, is because it's like Toledo, just flat.
Very similar.
Very similar landscape. Just flat.
Different birds, though. I just found them fascinating. Your ducks look different.
Well, they have
And
many, many more
breeds.
breeds of duck. It's
Yeah.
more like, because you'll see ducks that we're used to in this region,
Oh, yeah.
but we really only seem to have that one breed of duck. You know,
Mallards.
the standard duck, the mallard, which is just the male, and
Well, what the heck are they called then?
yeah,
I don't know.
and then we got all those Canadian
All right.
geese. All right, Joe Rader,
ya,
thank
Joe.
you for stopping
Hope
in.
and say goodnight. See you, Joe.
There's that view. See, this is a camera I want to replace because it's just, it eventually focuses in, but
Right,
its
it takes a minute.
its color
It's a
scale
little-
just seems off, and
Yeah,
it's,
it's not as good as the other.
anything in the background is hazy because it tries to focus on what's in front.
It's coming a kind of Stammtisch
Stammtisch,
table.
sit out. You know, Stammtisch is where everybody just gets together, sits around a table, and
So a
talks.
hangout place. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. That's a good thing. Jean didn't fall asleep, or he woke back up. Super.
Or he heard his name mentioned.
Yeah,
Because he
maybe
says he leaves us on in the background and then he falls asleep, and if I
Yeah.
name him, he wakes, like, wait,
he
I heard my
startles
name.
awake. Yeah.
A week
Aw.
from today, Jean Ricard, how much are you counting the days down?
Friday. I thought, yeah. Yeah. It's a long train.
It's so weird. Every time I go to the 11-lane view, which is awesome when all the trains are
I
there,
know,
I keep catching it when
always
it's empty.
Now, be a little patient, and they're all coming.
And they are all coming right now. It's
Yeah.
all of a sudden going to get very busy here.
That's not the clearest view either.
No, that's one of the new 4K cams, I believe.
No, it's not that
No,
kind of
or is that a
fancy.
Logitech? I can't remember. I thought that was one of the 4Ks. Because actually, I think it's a very clean view.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought that was one of the new 4Ks.
Yeah, I can't wait to ride our Railjet.
And now it's all gone again.
You're counting as a madman, but
It's not going fast enough,
It's
but
fast.
it's coming, you know.
oh, we've been so busy.
Including our little hotel image
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
Oh, there it got all busy again real
No,
quick.
it always does. It's a main area.
Yeah, but the trains tend to be scattered and go at different. It's just weird that's why
No,
it's weird
it's
that,
gotta-
like right here again, you catch
you
it
wanna
empty.
ride it,
There's
it's
6
just
trains running.
completely empty.
You got the one guy that's running loops every 5
Yeah, that you
seconds.
catch every now and then.
But there goes that Nuremberg Express.
Yeah.
Since I changed out the coupler, he hasn't uncoupled
Yeah,
once.
you've had no problem.
Yeah,
This guy.
he's been a good little boy. Now, if we could just straighten that Mallard out. Hey, Lee is here and taking off. Okay,
Hi,
Lee,
Lee.
take care.
Hi, Lee. People have been working
I haven't done
in
the
the
bridge
background
view
maybe.
yet today. See, the ape's got a friend with him now.
Ooh, he's hanging out with the Kangas.
That's Artie's bastard daughter.
Gotcha. Oh, is this home?
A little later than normal.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
You want to cherish the moment. I understand, yeah, the
There's
time will
gonna
come
be
and
a
go.
lot
I mean,
of moments.
it's like I was talking to Tim last week, and he was talking about it's hard to believe it's been almost a year since Joyce and I were in the UK.
Yeah.
That was what I started this live stream. One of the things I talked about, it was exactly a year today I turned in my keys.
Yeah, right.
I mean, officially I was retired as of June 1st, but my last day in the building was May 26th. And I didn't feel like I was retired until Joyce went back and I didn't in August. But yeah, it was May 26th of last year that I retired or turned in my keys. I wasn't supposed to turn in my keys until the following Tuesday, but I told the secretary I'm turning my key. Anthony, we're not supposed to take key. I said, I'm not coming in. They can fire me.
That's pretty quick. Yeah, I turned in my keys today. I did point out they were keys to the wrong room now. She said, oh, when you come back on Tuesday, I'll give you the sub key.
Okay.
That's a fine.
Yeah, because they're instructed not to take our keys until that last day. It's a day where we have to go in for like
Yeah, we'll watch the replay.
2 hours, 2.5 hours. And that's it. We just have to go in there and 2.5 hours. Now, a lot of teachers aren't even close to having finished packing their room, but grades have to be in by, I think, well, before you... We have to turn in grades because you have to turn in senior grades for graduation. You have to turn those in like 4 days before graduation.
Ours are due today.
Yeah, so yeah, today would have been the last full day.
I had mine done Wednesday. Where are we going next year? Looks like we're going to Australia and New Zealand.
New Zealand and Australia, yep.
I'm a lot worried about that one.
We're gonna go kangaroo hunting.
Just the price and the distance.
It's gonna be weird. That's gonna be hell for
I
me.
am sure it is going to be beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Hi,
Just-
Martine. Welcome in. Vintage
not getting
Märklin
there.
and Motor Classics. Now, do you remember him now? He's the one that keeps doing all those beautiful shots of the bridge over the Kiel Canal.
Right. Yeah.
And
The
boats.
background
He
is
gets
gorgeous.
the boat.
The
Yeah,
trains
it's-
look good too.
yeah, there you go. But
Nice.
hey, you've been trying to learn German. Say some German things to him. He speaks German.
Oh, you
He's
meant
good.
at school.
Oh.
Oh.
Same building, different room.
Oh, yeah. I just had to move rooms is all.
She had to change
And I
rooms.
moved really just across the hall. It gets me closer to the other fourth grade teachers. Dummy principal, previous one,
Yeah, I
was gonna
remember
put me
that
there,
one,
and then he
Raymond.
asked.
Yeah, Raymond, I remembered that one. So yeah, there is such a difference between how American grammar, primary, elementary schools, all the same thing, how teachers are treated there versus in where I teach secondary school, which is high school. We call it high school in America. But the principals act more like dictators in elementary school. You know, oh, I've decided I'm going to move all these teachers around and I'm going to change your room. In high school,
Wow.
they really have to, they technically have that power, but they would never just make you do it. They would talk to you and say, would you be willing to change rooms and move over here?
I
They
would
could
say
order us to do it.
Chris talked to
but
us
they
about
won't.
it. But it makes sense. It puts the third grade closer to the third grade, the fourth grade closer to the fourth grade. It's just we should have done this 3 years ago. And Matt asked Amy if she wanted to
Other than
move.
the free beer. Well, hey, Peter, how are you?
Gotcha.
At Transport and Simulation Hub. He plays
Hi,
all the
Peter.
different games and then he does the end scale
Yeah,
reviews.
okay, yeah, we've seen that. Was
Okay.
he driving a bus the other day?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And at the risk of
the other day could have been 2 weeks ago. We've been
no,
busy.
well, yeah, but it was the other day. That
Okay.
was the one where he kind of hopped the curb with it, trying to pull out. Yeah,
No.
that's the one you're remembering.
Trust me, I don't blame you at all. I don't think I could drive a real one or a video game one.
I've driven 18-foot semi-trailers, but that's the biggest.
Yikes,
And
I
I've had to
didn't know
back
that.
those up when we've moved.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you now.
Yeah, 18-footer is the biggest you can rent without having a license.
Right.
And Train Kits is here again. Nice to have
Hey,
you.
trinkets. That's good to hear.
All right, Kieran's taking off. Good night, Kieran. Take care. But now, just in case to clarify, Peter is the one that used to be known as Ash, and then he's now going by Peter, and he's going to be moving to the United States eventually.
Right, wow. Okay.
He's from the UK, but moving to the United States.
Not near us, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. Nobody would move to Toledo.
Well, or even just
I mean,
Columbus or something, you know?
we do have people with the German American Festival that have
understand.
relatives in Germany who come and live, like you know, oh crap, what's her name? Crowley's mom.
Regina?
There was Hans who just passed away,
Mhm.
and her sister just passed away. And then she's still going, but not doing well. I want to say Regina.
That's what I say.
Yeah, she's Regina. But every time I say Regina, I think of Kohler.
Right.
Hate that woman. And yes, I said it live. So yeah, he's going to
Miami. Okay. Wow.
He's better in real life than video games. The funny thing is, Peter, my daughter, my second daughter, Elizabeth, she grew up with a PlayStation and had the steering wheel and the gas pedal, and she played Grand Theft Auto and all these driving games, Formula One racing games, and that she just loved driving cars. And she would crash and crash and crash, and we used to always joke with her, we're never going to teach her to drive a car.
Right.
She was the easiest of my kids to train.
By far.
By far, she was the easiest one. I think I did 2 weeks of real intense driving with her, and then she was like, you're ready.
Yeah. Oh, another mark. Okay. Oh, no, we knew that was a mark.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, we already established the markness.
The mark has been established.
Yes.
We've made our marks.
Too many marks. Oh, no, that's not true. There's no such thing as too many
And
marks.
Hobby Barn is Terry. Because
Okay.
Hobby Barn I just saw for the first time in a chat today.
Gotcha. Oh, so you came to check
I
it
was
out?
at, well, I was briefly in Lindsay's hobby chat,
I thought
and
I'd
then
seen
Little
Hobby Barn
History.
before.
And Little History is the one, I still don't know his first name. But Little History was here for a while. But he's the one who you were here when he was talking about he set fire to his
Yeah, I
model.
know, yeah.
Or did the, yeah.
I got that.
But he's got a cool channel. He does history. He does history, and he builds models from, like, he's building the ME Messerschmitt ME-262, which was the first combat jet fighter. The Germans were building and just got a couple out right before the end of World War II. Lord knows if they had been able to hold out another year and produced a few more, it might have turned the air war. He is also Terry. I thought maybe that was Terry, but when you said you were Terry, I was like,
gotcha.
okay then. Okay.
Oh, so add multiple Terrys to
So
the
now we've got
list.
multiple theories. Captain Static.
That's okay. Yeah, Alan's a great guy.
We need to
He
get.
dubbed ya
We
Lord
need to
Al.
get him a. He needs a uniform. Captain Static.
There are definitely worse things to be called.
And his uniform's got to have a little bit of shag carpeting on so he can rub it. And,
Zap. Static electricity.
but that's what I'm saying, Peter. Regardless of it, she was my one kid that did all the driving games, and
Yeah.
she literally was the easiest one to teach to drive. And again, as I said, we always teased her that we weren't going to let her near a steering wheel for how she drove in all these games.
Yeah.
But my goodness, she had it all down pat on shifting and steering. It was like, kids ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, Martin, thanks for popping in and saying hello. But
It's chilly down there.
it is, which in some ways is good.
I
But
turned the heat off. I figured we'll
okay.
warm them back up.
I actually,
Put
when
my
I came
windows
down here this
upstairs.
morning to set up everything for the stream, I turned that little space heater on for a
Gotcha.
bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, package. I had to sign for. It's from Pakistan. I know. So I didn't know if
was it ticking?
No. I didn't really know if it was something you should open eye.
Oh, from
It's
Pakistan?
It's fabric. I mean, it's probably a T-shirt would be my guess. But again, I'm
It was
not,
supposed to come from, if it's what I think it is, supposed to come from China.
didn't know that you'd want to open it.
No.
Yeah, all right. Indeed, static.
He ducks into a closet and out he comes.
Yeah, figure out what to do for dinner.
All right, so yeah, you're going to Bangor in Ireland, because when I hear Bangor, there's multiple cities. There's Bangor, Ireland, Bangor, Wales, and Bangor, Maine, United States. And there's Bangor, Oregon, I believe.
I think so too.
Or if you really want to have fun, you say Bangor in Ireland, Bangor in Cardiff, Bangor in Maine, and if she's still got some energy, Bangor in Oregon. Or if you still got the energy. I think I'd be done in Ireland. See, that's what we needed.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy Dobson, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Andy.
If I ever do another Big Gulch, I should have added a town called Bangor.
Why?
You got a banger, you got a banger, you got a banger up Nellie's Pass to get to paradise.
There you go.
I could have called it Big Gulch instead. Well, I mean, I could have called Big Gulch Bangor instead.
Yeah.
Looking back, I might have, but now it's Big Gulch. It can't be anything else.
No, Big Gulch is exactly what it is.
It is Big Gulch.
Open.
Even if I never do, yeah, open 24/7. Actually, open from 7 to 11.
That's right, 7 to 11.
But yeah, it can't. We can't change that name now. However, if I do a Matt Clarke in Europe, they're definitely going to either Bangor, Ireland, or Bangor, Wales. They're going to one of those two because.
There you go.
Oh, could you imagine the jokes Daisy and Mayor Sumbish would have with that one?
Well, you know, it's required here, darling. Sugar.
Well, hello, Sheila. Would you say that? I know you hate being put on the spot like that, and you were going to do a video, but was that your favorite? Was that your favorite scene ever, or even of series 3?
I wouldn't go ever, but was a very good scene in scene 3. Very funny.
Oh, help. Help, help.
Oh, help, help.
Well, as soon as you said County Down, I knew it was... I knew it had to be the one in Ireland, because in Wales they don't say a city and then the county, you know.
Right.
I'm from such and such in County Antrim, and I'm in such and such in County...
What are you feeding me post-birthday, baby?
I don't know. What do you want? Steak and shake? Steak and steak? I assume we're having delivered.
Steak and shake over steak and steak. I just did steak and steak.
Alright, well then we'll do steak and shake.
Alright.
Oh, that's the one you're donating a couple of those locos to. That's cool.
Nice. In the city of...
We're in the city of Wells.
Okay.
We're in Toledo, once known as the glass capital of the world, because literally more glass and glass products were made here. We were the home and the main factory for Owens Corning Fiberglass, but they shut that down and moved it somewhere else. We're still the home of Jeep, although Jeeps are also made in, is it St. Louis?
No.
There's one other Jeep, there's one Jeep factory in Europe. Is it in Austria? There's one Jeep factory in Europe, and I think it's Austria.
Yes, I don't know.
And then there's 2 in America.
Yeah, don't be hard on me, John. We've been very, very busy.
She's got 2 or 3 she's got ideas for, and I actually have been nagging her probably too much, but yeah, she's just got to do it. Mark, I am coming to Getz. Joyce and I are going to, I hate to say it's a waste of money, because it's not a waste of money, but it is definitely a
Impulse trip. How about that?
it's a very expensive impulse buy. It's one of those things you just once in your life, because when we talk about all the traveling.
Well, we can.
Yeah. We talk about all the traveling, the trips to Germany I took, but people have to understand we did those on the trip, and all but the last 2 trips to Germany were done as part of an exchange program. It wasn't Joyce and I on vacation. I was in charge of 12 to 18 American teenagers in a country where the
Shaken
drinking age
beast
is
syndrome.
16.
Why is that shoe showing there?
Oh, because that's way behind.
Yeah.
I don't know why the video on there gets that far behind. But it's YouTube.
BR101, Kentucky's not that far away. Although we are on the wrong side of Ohio for that.
But we, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. We do all of our traveling in June.
And when, yeah, I have spent, up through the year 2017, I'd spent 15 of 17 Junes in Germany.
That's super. Transport Peter?
Peter.
Peter. Super Peter.
Super Peter. Now you've made him a superhero to go with
Yeah,
Captain.
they do, yeah, with
It's
Captain Static.
Captain Static and Super Peter.
Will be putting up
Although
the
Super
video.
Peter sounds like a porn name. Sorry.
Probably. Hey, Steve, no low gauge.
Hey, Steve, welcome in. But,
Hey,
So,
Florida
you
Rail
know,
Dog.
people see this big basement with this big layout and they go, wow, you guys must be rich. And no, we're not. Although, I mean, we're middle class, old version of middle class, and that's only been
the
last
kids
years.
are all grown up and all
But
that
the
kind of
kids
stuff.
are all grown
so
up
they
and
can
moved out. We're empty nesters, sort of.
actually put a couple nickels together nowadays. But, say hi to Florida
Did
Rail
I
Dog.
see George is here? Hey, George is here. Andy has been kind of quiet today. Hot Dog Pilot, I hope you're okay.
There he is, a little more quiet.
Maybe he's typed something and I missed it.
This is
He's
hi
just
to
like,
people.
well, we'll see. It's just,
Yeah. Well, it's really the problem is school. I mean, John, I really think I am going to retire in 4 years, and then we can travel at different times. We really would love to go to a Christmas mart.
hey, Simon's here too. Hi, Simon.
Hi, Simon.
And
You know,
George, the
go
Florida
to the
Railroad Dog's
German
here.
Christmas
Is dog
markets.
tired.
And we'll do that after I retire. So that's 4 years. Will be not very long, probably.
We answer the question, Mark. We're going both days. We're gonna go
Yeah.
both days. We will be in Milton Keynes. We're arriving Friday morning, and then we're leaving Monday morning. And we will be at the show both days. And we're staying at the two Giant Bush Hotel. We're staying at Doubletree.
Yeah. So we got the.
So we are right there
We don't
at
have
the
our
football
plane
pitch.
tickets yet, but we have the hotel booked.
In October, we're going to a massive UK train show, George.
Yeah.
A famous one called Getz.
The Great Electric Train Show.
There's, yeah, the Great Electric Train Show. It's one of the two. Well, I shouldn't be speaking like I know for a fact. It's one of the two biggest train shows, I think, because there's Warley, and then there's Getz, and then there's also the Great Scottish Train Show, or whatever they call it, which is a real nice one. A couple of people went to it.
Hope there's not a match on. Indeed.
Actually, if there is, it'd be kind of cool to see. But a week from today, Joyce and I will be in Germany.
Right. Back in Deutschland. So, yeah, we'll be happy to meet anybody who can make it. So,
I don't know if we'll be happy to meet anybody who can make it. We'll be happy to meet these people and some others.
True that. We do just only the people we know.
There's still a couple of
Via
people.
YouTube.
When we're there might be a couple of people that have unfriendly words for us.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, you're the American who thinks he's God.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely have a God complex here. Oh. Yep.
But our trips, especially the last couple of trips, have been
Trying to break and choose for DeutscheBahn.
like the UK last year. And even our this is our first trip to Germany since 2019 because 2020 and 2021 got canceled.
Understood, yeah.
And then we had been promising to go to the UK
Yeah.
for a while,
You
and
don't know our faces.
we-
Yeah.
when we were going to do Germany in 2020 and the UK in 2021. Yeah, I came back to this one again, didn't I?
There's a lot of
Let's watch
activity.
that one, although there's no train. There'll be a couple of trains coming in a second.
Oh, sure.
You can see one going through the station. One,
Uh-huh.
actually, two of them were coming around. Was I seeing both the Railjet and the? Yep, there's the Railjet coming around. Railjet coming around on the corner, but closing up close behind is the IC carrying the Nuremberg Express. But the Railjet's holding its lead going into the corner, heading around Dead Man's Turn.
Huh. Try to get the old model power Dodge water tower and put it on your layout as an Easter egg. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I actually do plan on putting an actual Dodge dealership
Okay.
as a joke on my layout.
Oh, that'd be super.
Well, Peter, that would almost be nice, except for one thing.
You know, like Guinness.
Neither of us like Guinness.
Do I love the wee trains? Really, I love the big trains, and so the little trains are cool. So, anyway, we'll wear our cheeky
Model Train Outsider
Model Train
shirts.
Outsider shirts, and
Do you have one?
yeah, you got me one. I got a black one.
Of the new design.
Yes,
I don't remember you ever wearing it.
I have. So anyway, well, we're hoping to encourage a few of you to come.
Yeah, if you go to Joy... I keep going to this one. What's up with that?
What is up with that?
What is the deal? I'll go into Jerry Seinfeld. What is the deal? Every time he changes cameras,
super.
he goes to this one.
Yeah.
What is the deal? There's a Delman Horse Station. But yeah, we'll be there both days of Gets. But like our trip to the
Not all the
UK,
time, though. I just can't do the whole time.
yeah, we won't be there all day, both days.
Right.
Well, I figure we'll be spending parts of Friday night and Saturday night hanging out with all the trained people after the show. But yes, there are some people that, if they know I'm at Gets, will not be friendly to me.
Anthony's made a few enemies on YouTube over the years.
Well, no, I made one enemy last year.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Indeed, Randall, you will. Oh, I'm sure I'll be able to find one of the best beers in the world. There's a couple of Czech ones. They'll just be which one.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll also have that
King
horrible
Charles.
Danish Carlsberg beer, too.
Charles has been asking about us. That can't be good. About that land you claimed. Nate,
Yeah,
that's funny. You should be laughing.
I am on the inside.
Yeah, thanks.
You're
All the
traveling down to
support I get.
MK on Friday. Hey, Edward, how are you? Happy Valley. It's nice to have you here.
Hey, Edward.
Yes, I do, Raymond. In fact, there's actually a third one, but you can't see it on any of the cameras.
a nap again. Hi, Lindy.
Uh-oh. Hang on, here we go. Cayenne! Opa loves you! Hey, Cayenne! Hi there! How you doing, little guy? And then, hang on. There you go. You're on.
Cayenne! Mwah! Kisses! Kisses, kisses! Oma loves you.
All right, I'm trying to get it off of here real quick. If you're new to the channel... Now let's go
Joyce
to the
never
multi-view.
sits still, just so you know.
If you're new to the channel, okay, yes, Joyce does have ADHD and she does not sit still. But Lindy Loves is our oldest daughter. Technically older daughter because we have two, so you have to use the
older,
comparative.
indeed.
Our oldest child, because we have 3 children, so you use the superlative in that form.
Oh, hi, Z. Z family
Oh, Z
page.
came in. Hey,
Okay.
Z, how are you? Hope you're well.
Yeah.
And she's married to our son-in-law, Chris. And
hard to go if he ever
their
comes in every now and then.
son is my grandson, Cayenne, my only grandchild.
Yeah.
So, Cayenne, when he needs his grandparents to acknowledge him when he's watching.
Yes. Because he does like to watch. Great, thank you. Yeah, they turn on the live feed, and Cayenne gets a little insistent that he gets a hi. I have my phone on me, Lindy, if you are texting. I left it upstairs.
Yeah, if you've been texting her, yeah, Mom doesn't have her phone here. But we have,
Since it's in range, though.
but I watch my son Cayenne twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Hey, thanks for coming in, Terry.
No, that's Mark.
Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Stanover, Captain Static.
Damn it. It's a Mark.
Normally you know that, but yes,
I
you're tired.
am,
It's
yeah,
been
I am very
Joyce's
tired.
school year just ended, so this is where she crashes.
Yeah, I crashed. And as I say, I've been moving my room to a different room, and
So to add to all the other
We've
stress of
been
ending the school year, she's also
constructing
been told she has to
in
move her
here,
room.
so it's just been a lot going on.
See, and they're all typing Mark just to make sure you get it.
Yeah, you got
Goodbye,
it,
Mark.
got it,
Take
got
care.
it.
Mark, see ya,
Bye,
Mark.
Captain Static. Yeah, bye. There's Captain Static, right?
Right.
Oh, good.
Mark Stanover Model Railway.
Gotcha. I'm telling you, you need to make me a cheat sheet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Chris
Hoping
Whittingham had a cheat sheet that he would go to, like, oh
Right.
yeah, that's oh god, I would take forever to get Chris's voice. I'd have to go back
We'd
and
have
listen
to
to
work
him
on
again.
that, yeah.
That would be sad.
Oh, we sure missed the bugger.
How dare that bastard die on us?
I know. Very
And he'd be
nervy of
laughing
him.
hearing me say that.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
His send off would
So-
be like the Monty Python
Oh,
send off
for
when
sure.
Graham
Yeah.
Chapman died.
Yeah,
You know, John. He was a bastard.
yeah, we just turned the heat off because we'd had a couple cold days. Air conditioning's going on in about 2. Stupid weather.
Need a cheat sheet.
Your last day today too.
My last day was
Okay.
a year ago today.
Right. I gotta go back Tuesday, mostly because of the fish tank. Cleaned it out, spread the rocks out.
All right, Mick, cheers.
Night, Mick.
Have a great rest of your night and weekend. Nice to see you out and about again
Although
on some of the
that
streams.
says he's just getting another beer, not leaving.
Oh. Ah, okay. I should have.
We could probably order dinner and not be really late. Can you do it from your phone?
Oh,
Yeah, put up a new tab.
I can't do it from my phone.
You know what everybody wants.
The thing is, do I have it on here? Because it's on the other
Airphone?
computer. The easiest way to do it is to get my laptop.
Yeah, that's you gotta read it a little bit closer. Yeah, get another beer. You've done that before. I know your tricks. Andy, yeah.
on here. It's
Strawberry
supposed to be
shake
clear.
sounds good. Super, everything's good.
Oh, I hate this. Okay. Yeah, actually, we've
Yeah, it is a
reordered.
colorful setup. Agreed.
Okay.
These are very colorful trains. He's got white and blue and red and deep red. The cherry red. Did you get it or?
Well, I'm trying to get something else.
Okay,
Recent
gotcha.
orders. Okay. Express reorder.
So Days is back here. We got our 45 likes. Maybe we could get 50, gentlemen and ladies. That would be super sugar. No,
Oh,
the
help.
Mallard's being
Help,
difficult.
help.
Help. Okay.
Yeah, actually, that was kind of.
Okay, super. Looks good. It's fussy. Did you change the track? You did not change the track. Didn't you get track?
Yeah, but the curves have never arrived.
Oh, we're waiting on curves. At the rate they're coming, we could just pick some up.
Yeah, I figure while I'm over in Germany, I'll just pick them up
Yeah.
because the other ones are completely lost.
Oh, figures.
But don't mind me. I'm
man.
making funny faces while I do this on the computer.
Typing too. All right, well, you gotta thank you for your order.
Oh, now our trip to Bamberg's been changed. Come on,
good
guys.
Lord, what the hell, Germany?
Oh, the Royal Bavarian.
That's probably the car.
Yep.
Here, he's gotta take this one.
Hello.
Yeah, we had to take a car over.
Oh, sorry. Yes, hi there.
Took a look at your tires.
Yeah.
I looked at your tires. It was repairable, so I went ahead and took care of that, and you were all set, ready to go.
Okay, great. I appreciate that.
All right, no problem at all.
All right, I don't know if we'll get it tonight, but if not, we'll get it first thing in the morning.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
No problem at all.
All
Thank
right,
you.
bye. Okay, cool.
So it was repairable, good. Yeah, we had a slow leak in a tire.
Yeah.
We'll find out what was in it. Probably, because I was worried about pulling it into the
Oh my
garage.
goodness, they are killing me with all these train time changes.
Oh boy, talk about it. So what's it changing to?
Well, let me see what this one says.
As long as it's not too bad.
Okay, new departure and arrival times, but we can do it. So
Okay,
all right, it's
good.
so it's not changing.
That's not a panic one.
The
Okay.
train's not canceled. It's just changed.
Just change. Okay.
So that'll be on the ticket.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
That's good.
Yay.
I don't know. I got my hour in here. Do you mind if I go upstairs?
I was actually going to kind of shut down a little bit early because
Yeah.
I have to take care of some business.
Yep. So, okay. If you don't mind.
No
I'll
swearing.
go
We
upstairs.
swear all the time. Well, just
Well, we
hang on
do.
a few minutes.
We don't know always somebody was swearing.
Just hang on a few minutes.
Okay, I'll hang on a couple more minutes. So, yeah, we're, as we're very educated people here, but we understand language is language, and you don't worry about it. I will sometimes go tell my kids that's bologna and salami. But we all know it's BS. So it's creative swearing, but it means the same thing. They told me a story. You said the H word. Yeah, no worries, hon. I have to laugh. What was it?
Hey, Tom's Märklin Trinidad is here. Hey, Tom.
I had a student completely.
Just got on and we're just getting ready to. We're
I had
actually
a
shut down early
student
because I got to do some
completely
things.
stump us Mrs. Dodge? So-and-so just said the W word. What's the W word? I don't think W is the right letter, but it was the same idea. We don't know any cuss words in that, with starting with that letter. We're laughing our heads off. What the heck did she mean? They probably just said something very innocent that they thought was a bad word or something.
Yeah, the W word. That one
Whatever. Yeah, I know,
They
but
said
it
the
was
W
like,
word.
what the heck? You know, throw it at my team. I'm like, what do you think she meant? I think we finally asked her, and it was just something. That's
Right.
not really a bad word.
So anyhow, yeah, just I just want to go back to it real quick
There's
here.
Jay. I think somebody called me a jerk. This is not nice, but it's not a bad word or something like that.
Just quick. Beginning next Wednesday, Joyce and I are we're leaving for Germany Wednesday. We don't arrive in Germany
We're
until
leaving the 31st. We
Thursday
arrive
morning, and then a week from today we'll be in Hamburg,
First.
and we'll be hanging out with our buddy Jean Ricard
Yeah.
a week from tonight.
Super duper.
But there will be a live stream. It will be hopefully from our hotel, unless the Wi-Fi is bad. Then we'll have to find a good place with Wi-Fi. But it will be a slightly different live stream. But we'll have our buddy Jean Ricard with us, and because he's on vacation for a bit,
sorry, Tom.
hopefully he won't be falling asleep.
Well, we'll be in his time zone. That's got to help
be
a
in his
lot.
time.
We're the ones who are going to be falling asleep.
Oh, now you had to cancel
six-
that one too.
Yeah, it's
Tom, I'm
sad.
sorry. You've
Yeah, it's
you're
a rough
getting
time.
smacked around
Sure
with
are.
life right now.
Yeah, so we're dealing with flying overnight and a 6-hour time difference. So, yeah, we're the ones that are going to be a little dopey.
Well, me, I tend to adrenaline kicks in, but
Anthony
yeah,
Ansel's
Joyce
fine.
might be
I
falling
do
asleep
not.
while we're talking. John and I will start
Yeah.
talking, and Joyce will just be. Right, Joyce? What? Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
exactly.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
And we can't give her a beer at that
All
time
right, see you,
either.
Florida Rail Dog. Thanks for coming in, dude.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah, we understand
George.
works before letter. That's what they were doing. So anyway, yeah, that's our itinerary. Pretty awesome.
But yeah, but
Busy.
we're going to go to Miniature Wonderland, the world's largest model train display. And at the risk of hurting Americans' feelings, Northlands is cool. It's amazing. And considering it's done by a much smaller group of people. But yeah, if you ever see Miniature Wonderland, it's at a totally
Miniature
different level.
Wonderland,
But we're
yeah.
also doing the Märklin Museum and Märklineum super display they've got set up.
That's a Stuttgart.
And then we're going to Porsche's Traumwerk, their toy museum, and their big
So
display
lot of
layout.
train stuff.
A lot of train stuff.
On
And
top
we will,
of the normal.
I don't know if you'll say we'll do rail fanning, but we will be
We'll do
filming
some, yeah.
at the stations and
Well,
looking at different
especially
trains.
in Salzburg and Wien.
Because first class on the
How
Railjet.
crazy. How crazy. We are going to be in Vienna, Austria. That is something. Wow.
And we're even thinking of going over to Bratislava just to say
Yeah,
we were
we
in
might, yeah.
Slovakia. Just to
Because
say
we-
we were in another country.
Run out of the kind of stuff
That's a
we
horrible
do.
reason to go. It's a beautiful city and all that.
Croatia's
But
building their own miniature. That's
Croatia
super.
is a miniature wonderland.
Oh, well,
That's a tiny
there's
little
that.
country.
It is. But no, that's super. I think anybody can.
You could fit Croatia inside miniature wonderland.
I think anybody who tries to adopt.
My
the
apologies to all
Roco kind of
Croatians
thing.
out there. I mean, it's not like your
It's
country's
not that
Liechtenstein
small. Yeah.
or San Marino, this tiny little dot of a castle and hill
It's taking a long time.
in northeastern. All right, yeah. All right, anyhow, we are cutting it a bit short today because I've got to take care of some business and I might have to run out and pick up my car. I was going to do it in the morning, but I've got to do a couple of things here, and Joyce needs to take care of business. So we are going to say until we see you next Friday from a much different location,
Not nearly as long,
but it will be much more appropriate.
and it will not be at 3:30.
No, it won't be at 3:30 this time.
That's
It's 8:30 or it's 9:30 p.m.
9:30.
in Germany.
okay. You're right.
So it'll still be our
Arties
time.
You weren't going to do. That's
Right, it's Artie's I can't do.
That's right. Yeah, no, you're right.
No,
That's
it'll
all
be
right.
same time, whatever time
gotcha.
you watch us, it'll be the same time. It'll just be from Germany, which makes it even more appropriate than ever that we end our show with Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.
And happy trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you.